Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. What's going on? What's poppin' to all the peep squad in the building? Mary Jane's in the building. We in the building. We got some gossip to talk about. We got the Grammys to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to go over. Like, whoa. We in here, baby. Mary Jane's in the Yes, baby, we in here. We gonna do this thing. It's crazy. We got Mary J. Blige. She got a new man. She's dating a prince. Like, go Mary J. Blige. But I just hope you did research to find out who he is, what he's about, and do he got that money so he don't steal your money, Mary J. Blige. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how people feel about, Jennifer Lopez doing, the soul contribute to the Grammys. Like, a lot of people was not feeling that. Twitter went crazy. It was just like, OMG, what is really going on with this situation? Everybody was like, there's so many living legends that are alive from the Motown days that could do, what Jennifer Lopez was doing. So people feel a certain type of way about that. And then we got Nicki Minaj getting dissed by BET, saying she's getting dragged by her wig. Like, BET, why you hating on Nicki? Like, why you got your interns out here typing crazy shit? Like, what's good? What is really going on? Like, it's crazy. I'm like, whoa. Childish Gambino, he took home some awards. He did the thing. He did the business. Who don't like Childish Gambino? I can't wait till Atlanta comes back on. Atlanta hasn't been on because of some situations. We got Ariana Grande. She decides not to go to the Grammys too. I was just like, yo, there's a lot of shit going on. So please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's go all the way to the top. Peace Squad. Let's go to the top. Mary Jane's in the building. Let's bring other platforms with us. Let's do this. Let's take care of business, baby. I was like, whoa. And then they gonna diss 21 Savage's mother and hate on her and don't let her in, talking about 21 Savage gotta be president. I was like, they be wilding out here. And I talked about Gucci. I talked about Gucci and Prada on my other channel, Mary Jane channel, and got the videos up about the celebrities and the stars that reacted to Gucci. And basically, it's time to put Gucci and Prada down. And then we got so much going on. Like, it's out here. Like, I'm just saying, it's crazy. And Kate Perry and her shoes looking like Fugazi. I'm just like, her shoes looking like, blackface, Gucci blackface, Prada blackface. It's like, what? We got so many different artists and fashion designers that are on Instagram, that are on Twitter, on YouTube. We just got to support them and bring them up, straight up and down, because they want to take our money, spend our money, and then turn around and make fun of us, especially in Black History Month, so they can get promotion because of the government shutdown. People ain't spending as much money as they usually do. So miss me with all that bullshit, like for real. So I'm just like, yay. It's just crazy. So let's start off with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is the man. Kendrick Lamar did his damn thing. Kendrick Lamar did not show up to the Grammys because, you know what? He ain't down with the Grammys. He ain't trying to support the Grammys whatsoever. But he did win some awards. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar, Black Panther, that, soundtrack was everything. Like, I still listen to that soundtrack today. That soundtrack was on point. Like, everybody on that soundtrack was basically on point. The music, the beats, just the creativity of that soundtrack was like was it. It was definitely it. So, Kendrick Lamar, best rap performance goes to King Dead, Kendrick Lamar, J Rock, Future, and James Blake, Bublin, Anderson, and Ty. Kendrick Lamar, that King Dead and everybody on that soundtrack, even the performance that we seen was everything. It really was. That soundtrack is just legendary in my book. It's gonna go down in history, straight up and down. just in my opinion, but he didn't show up to the Grammys because basically we know the Grammys is racist. We know, they haven't been, giving the just due to African Americans, artists, performers, entertainers, actors, actresses for years. And this has been going on with, celebrities actually not showing up to the Grammys just because of the shit that they do. We had Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith. We had so many other people, and we have, Jay-Z and Beyonce. They are no show too as well. They ain't feeling it whatsoever. So, and then to have J-Lo singing "It's All Love," hey boo, how you doing? How's everything going? Over here talking about the Grammys and all the bullshit that's going on. Mary J. Blige is in the news too. So Kendrick Lamar, he did his business. He did really good, and Kendrick Lamar music is actually great. It's actually, you can learn from it. It's uplifting, and it's just like he's a great all-time performer, rapper. His vocabulary, the way he spins words, the way he tells the story, it's just on point. I'm really here for Kendrick Lamar. And then moving on from that, we got she won too as well at the Grammys. She did a good job. You know what I mean? Like, her album was good, the best R&B album. She won, so kudos to her. I think it was a good album. I did listen to the album. I don't know if I would say it deserves a Grammy, but you know what? She won, and that's what people voted for, whoever does the Grammys and shit like that. So it is what it is with that situation. But to me, I like her music, I like her style, and she sounds good, and she actually can sing. So I'm here for it all day, every day. And then moving on from her, we have Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino, that's my zoo, baby. I mean, his albums are still in my car. All of his albums. Like, I think I got 3 albums that is loaded up, locked and loaded with, Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino, I'm here for him. He didn't show up to the Grammys because he was actually, doing the same thing, or no show, because he's not a fan of the Grammys and how they treat African-American actors, actresses, and music, and how, they don't get to just do the same thing. So, he won in actually 3 categories. He won Record of the Year, This Is America. And just about everybody, reviewed or, tried to break down that video, This Is America. Then for the same song, Song of the Year, This Is America, Childish Gambino. Everybody was in, like, that video was epic. It was just so, like, that video just told the story of the history of America, straight up and down. And then on top of that, he won Best rap song performance, This Is America. So, he cleaned up, he did the business. Like, he took care of business straight up and down. It was no surprise. I'm surprised he got his just due. I'm surprised they did right by him or whatever. But you know how it goes. It is what it is. And then we had contribute to Aretha Franklin. Yes, I covered Aretha Franklin, funeral and all that other good stuff. So they did a nice tribute to her. That was cool. And it was nice that, they paid homage and they paid respect to Aretha Franklin. It is what it is with that situation. But they diss rapper XXX. They didn't say his name. They didn't bring him up because maybe he has some crimes he was convicted of. Maybe this, maybe that. But the man's dead and gone. That would have been great to just honor him there at the Grammy. Something to remember him by and have it there. But since he had this charge, that charge, how many people in that audience, how many people that directed music and films and all types of shows, they got all types of charges and everything else. But so this is one of the reasons why people boycott, because they feel like they pick and choose who the fuck they want to support. And so it is what it is. They didn't honor him, but rest in peace, XX. Glad they got your killers. You got your seed here on earth, and he deserved it. They honored him at the BET Awards. So, XX Extension. If he was still living, I'm just telling you, he would have he would have been getting a Grammy. He would have been, because his music, he can rap. He can rap too as well. He was building, he was building. Even though he tried to say he's better than Tupac, he's not. Nowhere near close, because he just doesn't have the knowledge, and he was raised differently. But you know, his music is good too as well, and it also capture people and let people know about suicide awareness, and that's very important, especially for young males, African American males, females, to recognize people that do want to commit suicide, who have the tendencies, and actually to try to stay here on earth and try to stay fighting, because a lot of, you know, older generations or the elders don't understand when people, you know, contemplate committing suicide, especially now in today's age, and it's more rapidly, because there's so many ways that you can be taunted and you can be bullied and the whole 9 yards. So it is what it is with that situation. But you know, we show love to XX. We show love over here. Peep Squad, Mary J. Mary Jane is in the building. We show love to you, X. It is what it is. People make mistakes, but you know what? He didn't get a chance to actually show that he truly changed, that he was truly something different, you know? And then we have, you know, Mac Miller. They gave him a little bit of shine or whatever. He's gone, you know, R.I.P. Mac Miller. That song that Ariana Grande put out about Mac Miller and everything, like, I'm gonna review that song on my other channel, so check out the other channel, because I can actually load videos and different things that I can't on this channel. So Mac Miller, you know, he was a great rapper. I gotta tell you that. And I never felt like Mac Miller was a culture vulture. I just think he just grew up in hip-hop. He loved hip-hop. He liked it hip-hop. He imitated hip-hop. He was hip-hop too as well. And I think he's a great rapper, and he showed respect. And he just seemed like he was a humble individual too as well. And you watched him, if you followed his music, you watched him grow and become better and better and better and have more respect. But the problem was the drugs, the lean, and a lot of young people and a lot of older people too are doing lean and doing drugs, and sometimes they don't know their limit. They, you know, when they're taking these drugs, it tells you, oh, I can get higher, I'm strong, but they don't know the damage that it does to their body. And basically, you know, he's the poster child for please don't do drugs. Straight up and down. He lost his life because of drugs. He lost the woman that he loved because of drugs, which is Ariana Grande. It's just like, but you know what? He didn't win Best Album of the Year or anything like that just because of you know, Cardi B, she won. And I did a separate video about that. So you guys, if I don't talk about Cardi B or Cardi B that much, is because she's in the first video I did, which was yesterday. But yep. And then, so I just wanted to show you guys this. And this is the you know, the tribute dress that Ariana Grande, she wore to show her respect and her love towards Mac Miller. And people are saying that, you know, Ariana Grande, she shaded, you know, Cardi B for winning, and she just shaded Cardi B, period. I don't know. People say that or whatever. They want, since, you know, Ariana Grande is cool with Nicki Minaj, they're putting her in the middle of everything. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. You know, she don't give a shit if she did or not. But, you know, she wore this dress and to Mac Miller to contribute to his memory. Maybe they would have got married or whatever. But the last song, I can't even think of the name of it, was just like excellent. And it's just like, damn. With that song now, people question her love for Mac Miller. They question it. And now you know that the love is real. Because it's been a long time, like a couple of months, maybe 2 months, since a song, no, not 2 months, because I would say when I heard this song that she dedicated to Mac Miller and talking about her feelings of being in the bed with Pete Davidson and thinking about Mac Miller and loving him and missing him while he was gone, was the most touching shit ever. Like, it was so deep. The lyrics was just so deep. That's why I want to go over it. I mean, it was some real shit, and she sung that song like it was supposed to be sung. She sung the song from the guts, from the heart, baby. She was letting us know how she feels, how everything was going on. I was just like, shit. I was feeling it. I was like, damn, baby. I wanted to cry, damn. And it almost had me reach out and call somebody that I didn't want to call. You know what I'm saying? And the song still got me on my mind that I need to reach out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep that song was. I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. And for me to hear this song from Ariana Grande, which I don't promote her like that, I don't listen to her much or whatever. You know, she was at Aretha Franklin's funeral. She had the miniskirt on and shit like that. People said she shouldn't have been there and shit, whatever. But that song was deep, yo. That song was deep. That song will make you want to make up with anybody. That song will make you want to think differently. That song will make you question some things that you're doing, thinking that you're too strong, or, you know, you can just move on and you can just get over somebody so quick. Whether it's friendship, whether it's business, you know, the shit was deep. It was deep. I ain't gonna even lie, it was deep. So yeah, Mac Miller, I just can't believe he's gone. When he was doing punk, he was so good at doing punk. He was so good at wilding out too as well. But we know people did try to talk to Mac Miller, but he was just going through so much pain. So you don't know what somebody's going through. People be going through some pain. Everybody be thinking shit's all good. Everybody be thinking it's all gravy. They see people on TV shows. They see you out in real life. They see you on YouTube. They see you on Twitter. They think everything is gravy, but you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what that person had to do to fight to actually get up and do something, actually get up and interact with people. You don't know. They may look like everything is perfect. They might got the lifestyle, the money, the cars, the clothes, the honeys, the girls, the weed, the drinks, you know, everything, and they got the name brands on or whatever. And you don't know what they're facing, that they have to poison themselves each and every day just to get up to deal with other people. So you just don't know. So it is what it is. I was just like, damn. And I just couldn't believe that, you know, Mac Miller and, you know, and XX is gone, you know. And people that followed them and loved them so much, I know that shit hurts too, because when Tupac was gone, baby, let me tell you, that shit hurt for years. Sometimes it still hurts when I listen to his music. So I totally get it. People that were hardcore fans and really listened to the music and the lyrics, I felt like the person was talking to them and they understood what they were coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally get it, straight up. And so who do we have? We have Drake. We have Drake in his infamous speech where he got cut off because they thought that he was done, or that's what they said. You know, the Grammys released a statement saying that they didn't know. They thought when he paused that he was done and everything, and they didn't know. And Drake was continuing to go on, but they cut him off. But they cut him off because he was actually saying, you don't need the Grammys. You don't need this award. As long as you got people that rock with you, that follow you, that got your back, then you straight. Like, if you have your hardcore base, that's the most important thing, your hardcore base. It's really important to be independent artists, because if you depend on the Grammys for your wealth, you know, because when you do get a Grammy, you can charge more money for shows. So that's the thing about it. The Grammys also is an award show that helps build up your platform and your character and your resume and your portfolio, where now you can start charging people more money. You can start doing all that bullshit. You know, you was probably getting 50 grand. Now you can charge 200 grand for a show. They want you to do a commercial. Now you can charge $1 million. And so that's where it leaves people to, like, people that are actually putting in the work and actually got good shit out here are not actually getting the attention that they deserve and need, because the Grammy is selective of who they want to let in and who they want to let out. Just like people are really upset with Cardi B and Cardi B, you know, situation. But we're going to get to that. But let's listen to Drake's speech.
Definitely did not think I was winning anything. My brother's here. I want to take this opportunity while I'm up here to just talk to all the kids that are watching this, that are aspiring to do music, all my peers that make music from their heart, that do things pure and tell the truth. I want to let you know we play in an opinion-based sport, not a factual-based sport. So it's not the NBA where at the end of the year you're holding a trophy because you made the right decisions or won the games. This is a business where sometimes, you know, it's up to a bunch of people that might not understand, you know, what a mixed race kid from Canada has to say, or a fly Spanish girl from New York, or anybody else, or a brother from Houston right there, my brother Travis. But look, the point is, you've already won if you have people who are singing your songs word for word. If you're a hero in your hometown, Look, if there's people who have regular jobs who are coming out in the rain, in the snow, spending their hard-earned money to buy tickets to come to your shows, You don't need this right here, I promise you. You already won. But next, a special Grammy.
Then that goes the but. So, you know, they did your boy Drake wrong or whatever. But what he said was absolutely right. And, you know, he worked hard. You know, he got himself up there. But Rosemarie Saint, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Rosemarie Saint Hillary? Yeah, I like your name. So that's the situation that's going on with the Drake situation. So, you know, but, you know, Drake was in the audience and so was, you know, Pusha T. They talk about they got beef or whatever, but they were both in attendance at the award show. I could have sworn I seen Pusha T in the audience. But on my Twitter, I got like the full video of, you know, Cardi B performance and some other performances. And then on my other channel, I got, you know, a lot of videos that I can't put on this channel. So check it out. And so, you know, Drake and his situation, Drake was like, and Drake wasn't going to show up, but he showed up and he said something that was profound or whatever. But a lot of people are just really feeling a certain type of way about everybody. They have been feeling a certain type of way about the Grammys, but the Grammys give you that stitch where you can start charging $1 million, $2 million, $4 million for shows and shit like that. That's how you blow up or whatever. So we have that situation. You know, Drake. Oh goodness. And who else are we gonna talk about? And then we have Beyonce and Jay-Z, the award that they won. A lot of people on Twitter, you know, Black Twitter went crazy. They was like, yo, this is disrespectful. This is racist. They should have just put the N-word instead of best urban contemporary, you know, album. They should have put best and contemporary album or whatever, because they felt like it was disrespectful to put them in that category. You know what I mean? That basically that's another, urban is another word from saying the N-word, you know, hood or whatever. So a lot of people was feeling a certain type of way, and Jay-Z and Beyonce did not show up to the Grammys, and they said they wasn't going to show up on Ape Shit, I believe the song is. And that album, Everything Is Love, now that is the shit to work out to. I mean, Beyonce, she rapped and sung her ass off Jay-Z lyrics, and they was real. She talked about, if you listen to that album, you'll know what the hell Beyonce and Jay-Z be going through, and why Jay-Z didn't give a shit about Kanye West, because he was beefing with Beyonce, and he didn't want no divorce, and basically she wanted a divorce, and they end up getting married twice. And, you know, he wasn't gonna leave his house for nobody. He wasn't gonna talk to nobody until he get the shit straightened up. That's why he didn't call Kanye West. That's why he didn't show up to engagements and events, because Beyonce was trying to leave, and Beyonce was looking, that was another dude coming in that Jay-Z was competing with before they got together. And then when they separated, the dude came back. So that album tells you what you need to know. People be speculating they're gonna do the divorce, this and that. If you listen to that last album, they should be good. Even though people are saying Beyonce has changed her last name from Carter back to her original last name, and I don't know why, if that's a big deal, but people are trying to say that, you know, they get a divorce, but they didn't show up. And they didn't, and they're in protest too as well of the, you know, Grammys award, because it's not fair, it's not right. You know, the Grammys has been around since May 1959. They've been around since then. So you're gonna tell me that there's no, and people that we haven't won more awards? There hasn't already been a best rap album by a female? Like, you're gonna tell me from May of 1959 to 2019, only person that they thought that could our best rap album was Cardi B? So that's why people are just saying that the Grammys is racist. Not that they're upset that Cardi B or Barty B won. They're saying, you know, the Grammys, and then the people that's behind the Grammys, and then the people that are behind that, where people are feeling like they're trying to create a divide and conquer by letting people believe that, okay, you know, Black women are not good enough to win, you know, best rap album of the year. Somebody else had to come in and do it. And, you know, that's why a lot of people are feeling a certain type of way about Cardi B, but it's not Cardi B that they're directing their anger to, because a lot of people I feel like, you know, she deserved the award. Invasion of Privacy was a good album, but it's the powers that be that divide and conquer, like systematic racism, like that's just real, you know, like this is what they do. And then having, you know, J-Lo come through and do her thing to, you know, Motown music and sing or whatever, when they could have found so many different legends that are alive, that are well, that's able to sing, and they chose her when she doesn't have the background or the nourishment from Motown, you know, like her great grandparents wasn't listening to Motown, you know what I'm saying? And so like a lot of people feel that certain type of way, that they're trying to replace, you know, African American females in the industry with people that are close looking to African Americans. So, and they're not blaming J-Lo, they're not blaming, you know, Cardi B, but they blaming the system itself, the system they're trying to create, the biggest show in the world that people watch, the Grammys, and we're gonna do this and that. You know, you're not, you know, the black, you know, the African American females and the culture that grew up in that, sang in Motown, that was a part of Motown, are not good enough to even perform on the Grammys, singing the music that they grew up with, the music that they cherish, and the songs that they're re-singing. They sung live with these people, but yet you put an imitation out there, which is J-Lo, and she's not really a good singer or a good soul singer as well. So, hey King Gucci, what's up? How you doing? I missed you. King Gucci in the building. So that's the situation with that. So that's why a lot of people feeling a certain type of way, and that just goes back to having your own. Basically, these artists being independent, not going to, you know, the mass system that creates a divide, that makes you feel like less than and put out the blue face, especially like Gucci, Prada, and you got Katy Perry, her new shoes, they are so racist. With the blackface, and then, you know, so it's ironically that you got the blackface, you know, imaging coming out and everything like that. February, Black History Month, and at the Grammys, you know, the first, you know, you got, you know, J-Lo, and then you have Cardi B performing and winning awards, and then on top of that you have the racist campaign from Gucci, Prada, and Katy Perry out here in the street. So people feel like they're trying to create a problem. They're trying to create, conquer, and divide, and make people upset and mad, and just try to create a war. That's what people are saying, to create a war. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. I was just like, damn, it's crazy out here. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. You just got to pay attention to the bullshit that they try to set you up for. And it is what it is. The Grammys ain't never been favorable to black people. It took years for African Americans to actually to even get an award at the Grammys. And then Hattie McDaniels, she couldn't even accept her award at the Grammys. You know what I mean? So you already know what the Grammys think about us. Let's not act like this is something, oh, we're making this up. Oh, you guys are too sensitive. Nah, miss me with that bullshit. We know what it is. We know. So we got a category, rock and roll, and, you know, and all that other stuff, and country. Black people started off with country, started off with rock and roll, and guess what? We're not in that category anymore. So a lot of people feeling like hip hop is going to be taken over by non-blacks, just like they did in the past, and history is going to repeat itself. And that's why a lot of people feel that way. So if you feel that way, it takes the artists to start being independent and not signing to these racist labels and companies that want to shut you out, that want to steal your music, take your shine, take your style, and then use you up for what it is, and then throw you back out, and then now you're begging for money, you know. So it's so much better to be independent and support your own people. Go to black labels, you know, you can create them, you can actually create them, just like, you know, Kevin Hart has created his own production companies and things like that. So we'll see, and not have it a direct connect to Universal. Or anyways, you're going to tell me all these black celebrities and artists with the money, and then with the people support, because the people want it. Just the people don't want fucking the Grammys. We don't want to watch that shit. We don't give a shit. We would still be watching the BET Awards, but they just took no effort. And the BET Awards is owned by Viacom now. It's not even a black network anymore. So if you start your own record label, you start this own stuff, and I say that, but you know, in the process of doing that, you could be ridiculed, they can make cases on you, you can be locked up, you can be in jail. And people say, oh, black people don't do this. There's a lot of things that people don't want us to come together and build together, because they assassinate us or lock us up or create all types of stories about us if we're actually trying to formulate and build. But we still got to do it regardless of no more the scary shit. Like, you know, it's one thing to not show up to the Grammys, but it's one thing to build your own. And that's why I do appreciate Jay-Z with, you know, the platform that, and Beyonce been building with their music, you know, with Tidal. Two is one. Everybody, they want to come up with all these stories hating on Tidal this, Tidal that. So it is what it is. So moving on from that situation, I think that's almost it. And so we talked about Drake. Drake, you know, he got, you know, God's Plan. God's Plan was a good album. I ain't gonna even front. God's Plan was a good album. I ain't even gonna front on that. God's Plan was a good album. And then let's talk about 21 Savage. 21 Savage, his mother tried to show up to the Grammys or whatever to show her support. And basically, because, you know, 21 Savage had a pass or whatever for people to come visit Blase and a third, but they stopped her at the door and said that she can't get through, she can't get in. And I was just like, damn, that's cold-blooded. And a lot of people said it was political and they did the shit on purpose or whatever. Yeah, but they did her dirty. They did 21 Savage mother dirty. They're doing him dirty as it is now. So it's just crazy. And she tried to show up and they said, well, we can't give it to you. She proved that, you know, she's his mother. Oh no, the person, you can come with them, but you have to be there present. I was like, damn, that's so dirty. But, you know, best rap song, God Plan, you know, that was Drake and a bunch of other people. So that was good. Best rap album was, you know, Invasion of Privacy with Cardi B. Barty B's in the building. And best R&B, I already talked about that. And then the R&B, we did that. And best pop vocal album, Ariana Grande. She got that. Sweeter. Sweetener. She got that, so she did her thing. And Danny Glover, you know, Childish Gambino, he came through and did the business. He took care of business, baby. So yeah, 21 Savage mother, she wanted to attend, you know, the red carpet. She wanted to honor her son while he was in jail, whatever. So basically, you know, it says, mother wanted to walk the Grammys red carpet to honor her son while he sits in jail, but officials threw cold water on her plan, and the team believes it was due to politics, basically. You know, they said that, you know, she went up there, initially she showed up at the Staples Center to pick up the tickets and the red carpet credentials, but was told the rapper would need to claim the passes himself. Obviously, that was not going to happen since he was currently detained in ICE custody on the other side of the country. So Heather personally went down and pleaded with the officials to release the tickets. We are told Heather argued that nobody on the level of 21 Savage picked up his own tickets, and also explained that his current situation where he wasn't able to pick up his own tickets or whatever. So they didn't want to hear anything that she had to say. You know, it is what it is. So once 21 get out, and once he started making music and the Grammys want him, that he better not show up. He better not show up, because they dissed him like it was nobody's business. They dissed his mother. So let's talk about Jessica Simpson. Everyone's been, you know, making fun of Jessica Simpson, saying that, y'all, they've been fat shaming Jessica Simpson like it ain't nobody's business, calling her names, making fun of her. She's pregnant right now. So, you know, Jessica Simpson was, you know, real skinny and really small, but, you know, shit changes, life changes, people changes. So, you know, they making fun of Jessica Simpson out here in these streets. They're fat shaming her. But the best thing I seen with Jessica Simpson when she was on a Home Shopping Network and she was trying to sell some shit and she was tore up from the floor up. She was drunk, saying all types of crazy shit. It was funny. It was hilarious. Yeah, but Jessica Simpson, you know, she got older, you know, and she's comfortable in life where, you know, she's just pregnant right now. She's having another child. But when she was on her reality TV show, Nick and Jessica Simpson, I think it was so funny. She wouldn't clean up. She would just leave the clothes piled up and just buy new clothes and went and wash the other clothes. That show was really hilarious. Jessica Simpson's funny as shit, though. So basically, she's been getting fat shamed just because, you know, she done put on some pounds. She done put on some weight. So, you know, the media, social media kill you all here in these streets. And people are trying to allege that Michael B. Jordan is sick. They're saying that he's sick because he lost all this weight. They said he got something going on. I don't believe he's sick. I believe he's training for another role, and that's why he has lost weight. They're trying to say that he is, you know, sick. He got some terminal disease or whatever. I don't believe it. It's all hearsay. It's all rumor. It's all propaganda. I just believe he's changing for a new role, and he had to slim down. He couldn't be that whole diesel person, especially if it's going. I believe it's going to be a sitcom too as well. I don't know if it's going to be a cable sitcom or a regular TV sitcom, but I believe he is just changed up because he's a phenomenal actor. And Michael B. Jordan from The Wire and Up, I've been following him in all his movies. Like, he is a great freaking actor, and I knew once I laid my eyes on him in The Wire that because he stole my heart in The Wire. He had me cry. I was crying. He did very, and he wasn't on The Wire that long. But from there, I just knew he was going to be a phenomenal actor. And he's beyond. He's an A-lister. You go, Michael B. Jordan. And so then we have Mary J. Blige. She got a new man. She's dating an African prince or whatever. I don't know. I just say stick to the lakes and the water that you're used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. But you know what? If she's happy, you know, she ain't married, you know, but, you know, Kendu Isaac, he pulled a fast one on her, took her money, robbed her right under her nose while they was married and paying for another woman's, you know, room and board and shit like that. I think she should, I hope she did background check. I hope she knows what she's doing and what's going on because she was played by Kendu Isaac, and I hope she's not back drinking again. I don't think she is. I hope she's not. But, you know, just be careful out there, Mary J. Blige. You know, stick to the waterfalls, stick to the lakes and the rivers that you're used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Excuse me. And, you know, Kendu Isaac wasn't a lake or a river. You know, he was a waterfall. He was pretend like he was this and that. And he just robbed her blind and getting all that money in alimony. Robbed the organization, their charity organization, you know, blind when she have to pay the money back. And, oh, no. Just take it easy out there. Don't sign no paperwork. Don't leave your credit card, your ID. You know, just leave everything away. Don't talk business unless they're going to be investing and your name is on the papers. I don't know. Just be good, Mary J. Blige. Just take it easy because you got robbed big time. And I hate that for you because, girl, Mary J. Blige, you going to tell me she wasn't a shit? With her blonde hair, her glasses on, and her in the video with the puffy coat, her in the video, you know, with Biggie Smalls. Mary J. Blige was a shit. What's the 411 mother? Oh, she had so many songs. Like, Mary J. Blige is a legend. She don't get to just do that she deserves. And I love Mary J. Blige. And let me tell you, all of us tried to look like Mary J. Blige. We all wanted, you know, that style. She wore that black lipstick, that silver lipstick with the orangey, darkish, like brownish, blondish hair. That was the shit too as well. And the bubble glasses that she had on. People was just following her style. And she was a trendsetter, straight up and down. But she suffered through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment, and she suffered through a lot, you know, because she didn't think that she was beautiful. And we all thought that, I thought she was gorgeous. All me and my friends, we thought she was gorgeous and beautiful, but she didn't even see it for herself. And so that's what I was saying. Like, you don't know what these entertainers go through, and you be thinking everything is all gravy because as a child, I thought she was like, oh my God, Mary J. Blige, she's like the shit. She's doing an interview, not knowing that she's getting beat up. She's getting, you know, she has a alcoholism problem too as well, you know, just a lot of shit that she's been through, and she never felt like she was worthy of anything. So it is what it is with the situation. So I was just like, damn. But Mary J. Blige, do your thing, baby girl. And so let's get to Who is this? Okay. Let's get to Angela Simmons, her baby's father. You know, the autopsy done came in, and basically, you know, her baby's father autopsy came in, and Sutton, he was shot 13 times in his driveway. That's what the autopsy, but you know, he was shot 13 times. That person really wanted him dead, didn't want him around or whatever. But they caught the killer, and the killer, his name is Michael Williams, and basically they said that he's the killer. He turned himself in. He says he's proclaiming his innocence, but you know, they're saying that Michael Williams was actually the one that opened fire, and witnesses saw him flee to a car. And they said that he had an argument before, you know, Sutton was shot 13 times, and the argument was over money. And so he did turn himself in. So basically, we're going to see what happens with the situation. You know, it wasn't really mentioned that much on the show. At the beginning of Growing Up Hip Hop LA, Angela talked about it. Then it was, you know, done. So we have that situation. And then let's get to, you know, BET dissing the shit out of Nicki Minaj. Just dissing her, talking about, meanwhile, Nicki Minaj is being dragged by her lace front. Cardi B is the first solo female rapper to win Best Rapper Album, and fans are weeping. So basically, BET, whoever intern that they had, you know, tweeted this out, dissed the shit out of Nicki Minaj and whatever. So Nicki Minaj was like, oh, you guys want to play games? You're going to diss me like that? And so then that's when Nicki basically responded, Young Money will no longer be a part of the BET Experience or award show. Summer tour dates dropping soon. So basically, she's like, you know, you're gonna try to play me like that. When I held BET together for years, when nobody was watching, I was there uplifting the show, making the show relevant, and she was. So, and a lot of other people too as well, but she was one of the big acts that still used to come to BET, because one point in time the BET Awards was the shit. Everybody was there. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Chris Brown, Rihanna, Drake, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was there last year or whatever. So we have that situation. BET dissing the shit out of Nicki Minaj. Like, you know, I don't know what Nicki did over there at BET, but BET, you know what? One of, you know, somebody was basically probably trying to be comedic and trying to be funny too as well. And they thought they was going to fly over. But how did you think that was going to fly over? You know how Nicki is. It wasn't going to fly over. So we have that situation. And then let's talk about Kareem Hunt. You know, he was basically, I think he was dismissed from the Washington Redskins. I'm not sure. The Chiefs. He was on the Chiefs, and they got a videotape of him, you know, going after a woman that was intoxicated, drunk, using the N-word, threatening him, trying to fight the girls in a hotel room. Basically, she was a scavenger from somewhere, and she was calling him the N-word and calling the other people in the room the N-word. And then he got upset, and he did what he did. He pushed her or whatever. And I think she hit him first, or maybe not. Maybe she had his phone or something like that. It was a whole crazy story. I do have a video about this story in my What's Going On playlist. So yes, he was dropped from the team, but he was actually picked up by the Cleveland Browns. Have announced they have signed Kareem Hunt, the former Chiefs star who was cut after TMZ Sports posted a video showing him getting violent with a woman in a Cleveland hotel. So we have this situation. So he's been signed. Everybody thought it was over for him. It was done, you know, and basically it's not. He got another chance, and hopefully, you know, he has the right people around him and the right females around him, and he has security with him too as well, people that can take care of the situation and not put himself in situations like that, or with, you know, stragglers or strange people partying with you. You just got to be careful out here, because there's a setup at each corner around for you, not to make it so you can be on a chopping block and you can be public display, just like they used to publicly display us when they was going to hang us and shit like that. So you got to be careful out here, Kareem Hunt. For real. Be easy. He got signed again. So be easy out here. And people got to understand, just because you listen to your favorite rapper, your favorite artist say the N-word, and you probably say the N-word at home around friends, but you can't say the N-word around certain people, especially proud black people and people that ain't for the shits. You know, you say the N-word thinking it's all cool, and you're going to be aggressive. When you say the N-word, you're going to get knocked down. That's just what's going to happen. You're going to get knocked down. Straight up and down. You're going to get roasted, toasted, dragged, everything. all the above is going to happen to you. So don't think it's sweet when you be listening to your favorite artist and you bopping or whatever. Don't get around black people using that word unless you know if they're coons. If they're coons, you can do that. But to real black people, that ain't for the shits. Don't do it. You're going to end up knocked down, baby. So we have that situation. Then we got the Katy Perry situation. These are her new shoes. Katy Perry, her new shoes, you know, they're at Walmart, Dillard's, or whatever, and basically they're blackface, just like the same thing Gucci has done, the same thing Prada has done. It's supposed to be a boycott. People's protesting not to wear Gucci or Prada. So if anybody that we like and we see, if we know they got on Gucci and Prada, they're canceled. And, you know, on my other channel, I got the videos of the artists talking about they're canceled too as well. So this is where we have to build and brand our own. Like we have FUBU, we have Stacey Adams, Kanai. They're not as popping as much, but there's a lot of young designers that are on YouTube that have channels that are sewing, that are putting outfits together, especially on Instagram. And people try to discredit them, call it boutique, call it Instagram fashion. No, if we make it hot, it's hot. That's all that counts. If we make it hot, that's it. And you don't think celebrities and people in the fashion industry and all that other stuff, you don't think they troll YouTube channels, you don't think they troll Instagram and Twitter to see what's fashionable, because they ain't around people like they're around people, you know what I mean? And they want to know what can they put on, because if we put it on, it's hot. Ralph Lauren, Versace, Tupac, you know what I mean? Jordan, and everybody else. So anyways, it is what it is with this situation. So they pulled the shoes. These shoes are, you know, it's blackface. And we know it's February, Black History Month, Black Power Month, Black Power to the people. So we know the bullshit. We know the trap door that they're trying to send us down. You know, people done already ordered these shits or whatever. They didn't pull them. Same thing with Gucci and Prada. You just got to cancel bullshit. You just got to cancel bullshit. Yes, you got to cancel. There's so many, like if you just show love to other design. I'm trying to tell you, there's so many creative people on Instagram, just on YouTube with fashions and making clothes, but they don't get to shine because we shut out that industry. Just like the weave industry, they shut black people out of the weave industry, the weave factory, where they don't want us producing our own weave and hair that mostly black people wear, but we have no control of producing factories and selling it and being predominant in our community, selling hair extensions that we wear. So be aware of the trick game, you know. So I think that's it so far. I think I covered everything. I covered the 21 Savage. That's it, my peeps, my peoples. We's out here. So it is what it is. I'm just like, damn, there's so much bullshit going on that it's all a trick game to try to get people, you know, upset and try to get people mad. Basically, the best thing to do is just start our own and support our own brand, because FUBU was the shit. Even, you know, Childish Gambino even did a episode about FUBU and shit like that. Like, we used to have it. I don't know. I even was looking at Kanai and Stacey Adams and stuff like that, but, you know. So it is what it is. Hey, Greg, how you doing? I hope all is well with you too. Hey, Jamaica Girl 123, Jazz Curve Recipe and Fun. How you doing? Hey, what's up, everybody? Please, you know, share the video, hit the like button, you know, help each other out. Yep, all is well. But I'm done with the video. Like, we went through everything. We went through all the shit that people's upset about on the Grammys, the racist stuff, the happy stuff, the sad stuff, the boycott, people that didn't go, you know, to the Grammys because, you know, Childish Gambino, he didn't show up and he took home like 3 awards. And we have, you know, a lot of people was just like, you know, just like F the Grammys. And some people did it for Kendrick Lamar didn't show up. Beyonce, Jay-Z didn't show up. Ariana Grande, she didn't show up either as well. And she did a tribute to Mac Miller on her own on her IG page. We went over Drake's speech. Carrie Clarkson, she didn't show up. Rihanna, she didn't show up either. People got like fraudulent reasons why they didn't show up. I don't think Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, I don't think they show. I know Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner showed up. So Yeah, you got to check out the beginning of the live. It was popping. There was a lot going on. So please check out each other. You guys hit the 3 dots on the side. Go to that channel. Let them know that you subscribe to them. Subscribe back to me. Like, I'm leaving a cake at your door. I'm leaving, you know, some flowers at your door. You know, we're going to pop some firecrackers. You know, share. You know, help each other, support each other, because we're going all the way to the top. Peep Squad's in the building, baby. Like, it was crazy. The Grammy was full of shit. You know, with the J-Lo situation. Everybody's pissed off about the J-Lo situation. And we talk about that. I'm just like, yo. So what? Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. I got to go to the supermarket and I got to get some fruits and vegetables. I need to juice. I need to get some ginger, baby. And I need some avocados and some blueberries ASAP. So peace, one love to all my peeps and my peoples. And thank you guys for coming through. Peace.